by a little. Once again, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for your support and cooperation. Last Friday, February 10th, during the victory celebration of Cheonjang-gung, True Mother emphasized again that we have now received the spring of God's providence. So, today, I'd like to share some words with you on the title of Spring of God's Providence. We will now soon be receiving the spring season. Actually, in Los Angeles, it's very hard to feel the difference of the seasons because it's always warm. But in Korea, you can clearly feel all four seasons. During the cold winter, sometimes the temperature goes down to around minus 15 or 20 degrees Celsius. When you hear about spring, what images come to mind? Flowers.
Birds singing.
Birds singing, right? Spring is considered to be a very special season among the four seasons. After going through a long tunnel of winter, when we receive spring, all living things come to life. In the frigid winter, all living things seem to stop moving as if they were dead. But in spring, we can feel the energy and power of all life. Even men and women, especially young men and young women, their heart is dropping. For what?
Love.
For love, yeah. This morning, I chose today's Bible reading from the Song of Songs, also known as the Song of Solomon. When I looked in the Bible to find something related to spring, I found this reading. It is also the fifth book of wisdom in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Scripturally, the Song of Songs is unique in its celebration of sexual love. It gives the voices of two lovers praising each other, yearning for each other. Jewish tradition reads it as an allegory of the relationship between God and Israel. Christian tradition, in addition to appreciating the literal meaning of a romantic song between man and woman, has read the poem as an allegory of Christ and His bride, the Christian church. So far, we have sung and enjoyed the beauty of spring in the ceaselessly repeating changes of the four seasons. But God, who created this universe and the four seasons, has never enjoyed the spring after the fall of the human ancestors. From the time of the fall of man, God has had to endure the severe cold winter like darkness and death. Then, What is spring for God? Once God realizes his ideal on earth and in heaven, and Satan's blood lineage through God's only begotten Son and daughter are severed, can God surely enjoy the true beauty of spring? True Mother emphasizes that we should testify about true parents to the world. True Mother feels pain when she heard that over 150,000 people die every day without knowing about the true parents. Then, what is the best way to testify about the true parents? In Korea, when you go to a Seoul station or a big bus terminal, you will meet someone who is holding a picket sign shouting, "Believe in Jesus, then you will go to the kingdom of heaven, or you will go to hell." Amen. Even in America, I met such a person in Las Vegas. Well, when you meet such a person on the street, do you really feel an inclination to believe in Jesus? Or do you have some anti-feelings from their self-satisfied attitude of faith? Then, how can we truly testify about the true parents? In 1992, when I started my ministry in a local church, I had a female elder member who witnessed to a lot of people. I don't think she was a great lecturer, and she didn't seem to possess any special skills that would attract people. But she seemed to witness to many people very easily. I was wondering. So, in order to understand how she did this, I asked her, not her, but her spiritual daughter directly. Do you know what her answer was? She said, "I really envy her life. I yearn for a happy life. She has a really good relationship with her husband and her children. She is my role model." Later, I came to realize that the source of her happiness was none other than her faith in the divine principle and true parents' teachings. So I never hesitated to join the church. Brothers and sisters, actions speak louder than words. So, if you only preach good words but don't live by them, the duration of your inspiration will be short-lived, and nobody will follow you for long. But if you act on your words, Your inspiration will be never ending, and everybody will want to follow you. So, if our life does not match the divine principle and true parents' teachings, who is going to follow us willingly? Nobody. Now, we are receiving the beautiful spring of God's providence by true parents. This is new hope for the future. Even though the beautiful spring season has come, not everyone can become the owner of the season. If we do not make any effort, for example, in plowing the fields and planting the seeds, how can we expect a good harvest in the autumn? In the early days of our American movement, true parents gave the young people who lost their goals in life new hope and a vision. When I visit our members' homes, I enjoy seeing their old family albums. But amazingly, in the 1970s, many of them were long hair and didn't shave. You know, hippie style. It is very hard to match these totally different images. Oh, is this you? Brothers and sisters, now we have to convey this hope and vision to this world. Let's prepare ourselves and become true owners of this coming spring of God's providence. Amen? Amen. Aju. Aju. Lastly, I'd like to read True Mother's Letter for Blessed Families. During the True Parents' birthday celebration, we had Shrasang Nanam Chukje. Shrasang means royal table, the king's meal table. Nanam means sharing. Chukje means big festival. So, True Mother prepared a fancy lunch box with rice and 12 side dishes. So, True Mother also shared the same lunch box with us. Could you show me the picture? Yeah, this one. You know, food is love. In this lunchbox, True Mother left a very touching letter to all the blessed family members. So I'd like to conclude my sermon by reading this letter to you. Please show the letters. Beloved blessed families, 57 years ago, right after our holy wedding, True Father and I sat before